Hello and welcome to Blythe Business News. For this edition, I'm joined by Jason Brewer. Jason, as you may recall, is Chief Executive of Marula Mining. Marula, listed in London on the Aquis market and a ticker of MARU. The company's had a very busy start to the year, and it's only January now. Jason, look, you've already done some announcements about exploration starting at the Bagamoyo project, which is graphite. Also, you've appointed consultants for the Kinusi Copper Project, both of which I believe are in Tanzania. Give us a quick update on what's going on there, first of all, please.
Sure. The Bagamoyo graphite project, it actually comprises 22 mining licenses, so fairly well advanced there, and it's located there in Tanzania, as you mentioned. Great location. It's adjacent to and adjoins one existing graphite mining operation, which is actually exporting to the Chinese market at the moment. So that's something very exciting for us. And like I say, we've secured a majority interest in that with a local partner, and we're looking to accelerate our exploration, development, and production plans over the course of the next 6 to 9 months. So it's another rapid timetable for us at Bagamoyo, that's for sure.
And what about Kinusi? What's happening there?
Look, Kinusi, we've got our joint venture partners up there, Global Mining. They're actually up there on site at the moment. We recently announced the appointment of Geofields, which is a Tanzanian group, who are actually doing the exploration work for us at Bagamoyo. They're up there as well as the small-scale, shallow, very high-grade mining operations, which we've seen. There's another 30 exposures of high-grade mineralization. So we've asked them to get up there, get a team, and to do a very extensive mapping and sampling program to really give us a better indication of the size and scale of that opportunity as well.
Okay, let's move you, if you will, from Tanzania down to South Africa now, because that's where you've got the Blesberg lithium and tantalum mine. You've also recently announced an update on the processing operations with deliveries of high-grade lithium. Tell us more about that milestone in particular, and what the future holds for this project.
Yeah, look, I mean, Blesberg's an incredible story for us. It was one of the first we brought into the company in the second half of last year. We mobilized the site, the equipment in November. And look, I was there last week. I was able to see the excavators, the trucks, the processing, all taking place. So we're initially focused on existing stockpiles there. Stockpiles of material which has been mined for over 80 years. So 250 to 400,000 tons of stockpiles. The mine was never mined for its lithium, for its spodumene. So as you go through these stockpiles, you see a very extensive, very large spodumene mineralization, which we've done bulk samples of and have graded over 6% Li2O. So when I was up there last week, I was able to observe just how quickly our team have been on site and actually got it operational. I was able to see approximately 4,000 tons of crushed, screened, stockpiled new material ready for final sorting. I was able to see, not quite as much as that, but bagged product, of material which we're now doing the final samples, the check assays of, for delivery under the 5 million lithium prepayment facility we secured last year. So we're effectively going to be delivering the next 1,000 tons of between 4.5% and 6% spodumene of Li2O through to our offtake partner in the next 4 weeks. So progressively over the next 4 weeks, people are going to see those trucks arrive and go off back down to the port. So it's a great milestone for us, and it shows that as a company we can identify, we can develop, and we can start generating cash flow from assets very quickly.
Okay. Now, so we've talked about 2 lots of announcements you've made in January, which is, you're not letting the grass grow, but you've also recently announced an investment and co-development partnership with Global Commodities Group. Tell us a bit more about them, and what's that partnership going to do for you? How's it going to benefit both companies?
Yeah, look, all the deals we've done to date in Marula have been fantastic. This is the cream. This is the one which is really going to transform this company and allow us to literally put on the jet engines, push the button and really get going. Global Commodities, it's one of the most successful, leading mining, logistics, processing companies in South Africa. I think they produce over 5% of South Africa's coal. They've got over 19 mines, which its CEO has developed. They are a very successful group, headed up by Quinton van der Burg, one of South Africa's leading mining entrepreneurs, a very successful businessman that's really grown his business in South Africa in the mining sector. And whilst historically a lot of that has been in the fossil fuels, in the coal sector, he's clearly looking to grow his business in the renewables, in metals, which really are going to change the way we generate energy and operate as a world. So we've been talking to him now for 3 months, and I think it's an incredible partnership. They are going to come on board as the company's largest shareholder. They are injecting 3.75 million into the company. And bear in mind, that was 1.5 times the size of the company when we first started talking. So quite a significant investment. But that's not it. I mean, the checkbook is still open for other opportunities. We've also signed a co-development agreement. Under that co-development agreement, they will work with us, providing both technical, financial, marketing support, and also on projects which we identify, literally co-development, partner with us. So, we've been looking at the smaller end of the menu, so to speak. We can now start to look at projects of a different scale, of a different opportunity. And this partnership really, like I said, transforms this business. For him, this is an opportunity to build a listed company with us into a major battery metals focused company here in Africa. So he's going to be the principal there, Quinton van der Burg, is going to be joining our board. They will also have the right to appoint another nominee. So they are really getting involved here, and it's their first investment into any listed company. So for them to do this with us, again, it's another fantastic endorsement of us as a company, as a team, as a management group, as a board. But it really does transform this company, and hopefully people will start to appreciate it very quickly. They've already advanced the first $750,000. That's in our lawyer's account, waiting for us to draw. When we start drilling at Blesberg, and in the coming months, there's another £750,000, which is going to be advanced for us there. So all of that 3.75 they're advancing allows us to fully explore and realize the value of all our existing assets. And then when we bring in others, and undoubtedly, Tim, you know me, I'm always looking for a great asset. Undoubtedly, they are going to be supporting us under that co-development agreement. So it's truly transformative for the company, and I think will position us in the UK market as one of the standout mining companies for 2023.
Okay, so we're going to have to watch that one very carefully and see how that develops. That's a lot of great news to start the year, Jason. But you know us, the British investing public, we're always hungry for more and more news flow. So just give us a bit of a hint. What should shareholders be looking out for in the coming months from Marula?
Look, for shareholders, one of the big things on people's minds is our listing, the status of our listing. Currently, we're on Aquis, as you mentioned there. We will be looking at dual listings and in London on the AIM market, and we will be updating our shareholders on that very, very soon. Given our operational basis here in East Africa, we will be also progressing that listing as Nairobi's first mining company on the stock exchange here. So we'll be doing that in parallel with the dual listing on AIM as well. So that's something which I think, whilst not going to introduce new projects or anything, but the ability for investors, new shareholders to invest will be made a lot easier. Particularly, I think our listing in Nairobi is going to also demonstrate our commitment to the region and growing our presence here, not just in Tanzania, in Kenya, in Uganda, and so on. So we will be building up a bigger presence here. So that's going to be very good. Continued sales and production out of Blesberg, that's going to come, obviously. Longer term offtake arrangements, that's something we've been talking to a number of groups on. The arrangement we have at the moment is for the first 2,000 tons out of Blesberg. Clearly, there's a lot more tons than that, and particularly as we get into the hard rock. So we are fast negotiating with a number of parties now. So that's going to be quite a significant milestone. Production out of Kanusi, development decisions, pushing ahead at Bagamoyo on the graphite. That's the immediate stuff there. and some little gems coming in just to add a bit more flavor to that battery metals focus. We're not gonna sit still. We're going to grow this business, and I think we've got the team. We've already got the team that can do it, but we're going to be strengthening that team as well over the coming weeks and months. So again, something for shareholders to look out for and get comfort and confidence in what we're doing.
Exciting times. Jason, thank you for joining us from wherever you are. It looks absolutely wonderful, much nicer than being here in cold London. And
yes, sorry about that, Tim. Yeah, I'm on site here in Kenya, reviewing another project opportunity. So 35 degrees. I'm sorry for all our investors and shareholders sitting there in London.
Good on you. That was Jason Brewer, Chief Executive of Marula Mining, joining us there from Africa, giving us a very good update on the projects they've announced this year and a little sneak into what might be coming later on this year. That's it for this edition of Blythe Ray Business News. Thanks for watching.